in the article.
Yeah, well,
I don't like it.
that's kind of why I brought it up.
Okay.
I got a few things to chit chat about. I got a few things to chit chat about.
Okay.
You're alive. People can see that now. See, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. Well,
Nah,
you're missing from like all the shows for the last couple.
almost a week.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, well, welcome back, babe.
Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to I almost said anime verse reviews. No, daily Cup of Genre. You can catch anime verse reviews and this daily Cup of Genre show here on the GenreVerse podcast network, wherever you get your podcasts from. Sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. More on them a little bit later in the episode. LRM Online is the parent website, number one place for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions, interviews with creators, actors, writers, all sorts of great things, and a couple podcasts like I mentioned. Please do find all the social media information down below on your screen and in the description box. Follow us on your favorite podcast app. Google, Spotify, Apple, whatever you're listening to us on, and check out the YouTube channel, GenreVerse Podcast Network's YouTube channel. We've been up for a few weeks now, and yeah, guys, subscribe there. Give us some beautiful watch time. Help us reach our markers so we can monetize and get that sweet ad revenue and keep this thing going for you guys for free without ever having to ask for Patreon stuff or whatnot. I'm Kyle Malone at that Kyle Malone on Twitter, and this is
Christine Malone at Adorable Dim on Twitter.
So, you were out like you mentioned for a few days, and
I've had a headache since Thursday. It's still kind of there, but it's improving. Damn weather.
Yeah, amongst other things, it seems like everyone's just kind of like tired of trying not to get sick, that they end up getting sick with all sorts of things,
Other things,
including
yeah.
the thing they were trying to avoid. Thankfully, my parents, which caught the COVID, they are seem to be stable and on the road to recovery.
Mm-hmm.
I think today marks like day 7 or 8 for dad from onset of symptoms, and mom, I think this is like day 5. And I think, and this is no medical advice, it's just Kyle thinking out loud, that I have read, like within that first like 5 or so days, if you're not in need of help, you're likely to have a really great prognosis. Prognosis is already great for most people with it, but that's even better. My parents are fat and unhealthy, and that's just the truth of it. You guys can say that's me, Kyle. That's the truth of it. I love them. I wish they weren't fat and unhealthy, but so I've been worried, but they seem to be okay.
Leave your hate comments below.
Yes. How dare he point out his parents' health issues? What about his health issues? They're on display. You can hear it.
Yes.
Anyways, I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time chatting personal shit and health stuff. I want to kind of get into some of this news we've got going on at our wonderful website, lrmonline.com. First thing I kind of wanted to bring up, something that I wrote on. It popped up yesterday, completely unknown that this was coming. An animated anthology from the World of the Boys on Prime Video, and Amazon sent out an email that said, please make sure, to the editors, make sure your piece is referred to us as Prime Video. It's your guys' fault for just calling everything fucking Amazon Prime for so long. So yeah. Anyways,
yeah,
I wrote this in a character, not like in a specific character. Just kind of wrote it from the point of like someone in this show,
Yeah.
So it's very, very purposefully filled with foul language and stuff like that. But we already watched this ourselves yesterday. I'm gonna actually switch it over to the, where's it at? The trailer's set up, because sometimes the size of the trailer we're watching matters more than audio or any of that. But it looks hilarious. It's going to be this anthology setup, using different art styles for each little segment. This has been titled Laser Baby, using old-fashioned, people liken it to like Tex. I love that. Tex Avery, Bugs Bunny cartoons from back in the day. Roger Rabbit used that influence as well for his particular cartoon. Violent, bloody, dog licking his testicles. March 4th. I'm super stoked about it, Christine. What did you think when you saw this yesterday?
Loved it. I cannot wait to see it. I love cartoons, especially adult cartoons. And it was funny growing up. My dad would watch cartoons with us, and I always felt like, you know what, this seems to be more for you than it does for me. Like looking at him and he's all excited, and now I'm an adult, and I'm like, yeah, I'm now the same way. So. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. It comes out on my cousin's birthday. Lucky him. So, yeah, it sucks that I have to wait now, because they teased it and they show it and they're like, here, you get this soon. But now you have to wait.
I like, it's funny, and I kind of pointed it out in the article. It's like Laser Baby. Okay, we've actually seen that already in The Boys. Like, I love that scene too, when Billy finds out like the serum and what's going on. He just picks up the babies, using it as a weapon. But it's just one of those one of those things we've talked about, like in horror movies, the usage of kids does something to the human mind, whether that's a kid under threat from vampires or zombies or monster, or an evil kid, a kid under
either way is unsettling.
Very, very unsettling. So it's like, despite the fact that I've already seen Laser Baby, I haven't seen animated Laser Baby, and I'm very, very happy I've now seen part of an animated Laser Baby.
Who knew that we needed that in life?
I know, right? 8 episodes, 10 to 12 minutes each is what they're kind of putting out there.
Cool.
A lot of really great voice talent is getting involved in this. Aisha Tyler's going to be a part of it. You guys can debate on whether or not you like Seth Rogen. I find him to be a pretty slimy person that is completely played the throw everyone under the bus and bury my own past game to a T. So, but he can be funny. Andy Samberg, love the guy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Aquafina was very funny in Shang-Chi, and so yeah, I mean, it should be fun. It should be fun. Justin Roiland and Ben Raith Roiland, of course, famous for Rick and Morty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Definitely. Let's see. Next up on the chit chat for today, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Something Christine wrote up the other day. Happy Death Day, and I know it's kind of weird doing these not on a Friday Fright segment, but by then it might be a little too
stale.
Too stale. But Happy Death Day. It's a hilarious movie, and the sequel really hit the spot. Like it's got kind of like a rough first 15-20 minutes, but you'll know why it's rough if you watch the first movie first. But this third film, Christine, what's the buzz up with it?
Well, Jason Blum had opened up questioning on Twitter. It was like, hey, ask me shit, basically. And then so multiple people had asked about Happy Death Day 3. And so every time he got that question, he would reply with, something is stirring, I will say that. Thank goodness, because I want a third movie. I would love to see this. So I don't know. Obviously, we don't know exactly what's going on, but he's working hard at something. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. The cool thing about Happy Death Day is it takes Groundhog Day and slasher flicks. And the last time I talked about this movie on this show was with Manny, and I compared the exact same thing, and he had never seen Groundhog Day.
Has he
What
seen
the
it?
fuck?
Has he seen it now?
I don't know. Manny, have you seen Groundhog Day? I know you occasionally watch the shows still in the mornings or noons whenever you get up. But
Send him a message.
yeah, like I can't imagine not having seen Groundhog Day.
And yeah,
Like it's one of the all-time funniest movies ever made. Anyways,
don't oversell it.
right? What is there to oversell?
Well, what I'm saying is because like so many people, they're like, "Oh my god, this is so freaking amazing," and then like the person is expecting it to be this high.
Name one person that does not think Groundhog Day is
true,
amazing.
but all I can think of is how much you hated Batman for so long because everyone wouldn't stop talking about Batman, and you just like refused to watch it on principle.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Y'all are overdoing this.
Well, it wasn't that
anymore.
they oversold it. It was the constant hounding of go watch it, watch it, because I'm not a Batman character fan. I don't relate to any of the DC heroes. Classic heroes, really, because well, they're demigods. They were idols. They were created to be perfect. It's not until you get to the 70s and 80s really that you see some of them get good character changes, and even then a lot of it was to like dark and gritty, not necessarily relatable still to me. That and keeping teenagers in tights in a cave is just
never gonna let that
wrong.
go. Are you?
So Bruce, let him go, okay? And so they just kept hounding me. Go watch Batman Begins. It's the greatest Batman movie ever. I'm like, better than Returns? Yeah, right. And I was correct. It's not bad. Sorry, it's not better than Batman Returns, but the Dark Knight trilogy's fine. I eventually did watch them all, and yeah, they're fine. They're serviceable.
Yep. But anyways,
Returns is better.
Yeah.
Happy Death Day.
Yes.
Happy Death Day is exactly that. The second one adds a sci-fi element, which is kind of fun in a way, and then you've got the potential for a third movie that I want. Like, I'm always talking about, stop making reboots and get more original ideas and make your sequels off of those.
Here we go.
Here you guys go. Now, after the third one, I don't want any more. Please do something else new, and never reboot this or ever remake it. Like, we don't need Happy Death Day rebooted. Like, this is...
It's perfect as
it's
is.
Good. It's good. This can stand. Yeah. This legitimately, this is a good timeless movie. Yes, I get it. Certain music and memes or whatever, like the ringtone for her birthday and stuff like that will of course you'll be like, oh, that's definitely 20 teens, but it won't feel dated like, I don't know, a Trump reference in a movie will feel dated. And that's not me making a political for or against, just a really good common touchstone for everyone to get what I mean by it. It won't be dated like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at GenreVerse with this ad.
GenreVerse, where the pros go to grow. From propagation to harvest, they have everything you need for your special garden. GenreVerse serves customers across the nation and carries a wide inventory of renowned cultivation brands. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Pretty much. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the episode. And yeah, Christine, we're going to talk more about shit that you wrote.
Yeah.
Well, you write a lot of good stuff for the site.
Oh, well, thank you.
So yeah,
Kiss ass.
I do have to live with you. I do have to live with you.
That's true. Yes.
Earlier in the week, well, actually, I think it was over the weekend.
Yeah.
The Batgirl production photo, an officially released photo via Leslie Grace and her Instagram of her in the upcoming HBO Max movie Batgirl costume. Now, she's playing the new 52 version of Barbara Gordon. There is something interesting here, and I know part of it's because of the whole Birds of Prey movie situation and what they did with Cassandra Cain. But they had a minority Batgirl that they kind of ignored. I don't know, maybe because of that Birds of Prey movie, and instead changed another white redhead into a person of color.
I'm glad they still stuck with the red hair, though.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. It's just funny on that particular. It's an internet
People
meme.
hate redheads,
if you guys have not seen the amount of redheads that have been race swapped, and this is not a comment on pro or against, just noticing the trend as well. A lot of them, and upcoming things like Batgirl and Ariel continue that from things like Jimmy Olsen. And you guys can check out some just look at ginger race swap meme, and you'll find like the picture side by sides of the characters and the actors that portrayed them. So it's just kind of interesting. Like I said, it's probably because of the Birds of Prey version of Cain. She's an Asian, or at least part Asian in the comics. The actress that played her in the movies, Filipino and Korean, I think I read. Anyways, so it's just kind of curious, probably related to that. But it's another redhead, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, so at least thank you for keeping that.
Yeah, so the thing is for the most part, and this, while it's an official photo, was it lit the way it'll be lit in the movie? I want to say no, but I don't necessarily believe that. Now, they could soften some of the lighting so you don't see as much shine. They could do some things in post. There's a lot that can happen, but I keyed on okay, hey, color-wise, looks mostly comic accurate. Design-wise, looks mostly comic accurate, but the textures, and you can't see my cursor on the screen, and I don't when I'm going to the settings to make it, but the textures on the torso and the textures on the arm have been likened down to, like, puffy jackets that you can see on if you're watching us on YouTube already. I think the North Face makes a lot of these types of puffy jackets with the shiny outer shell.
This is too shiny.
And then that was the other thing for me. It was the shine of it.
The color is, to me, too bright, and the shininess, I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the basic design of it, where it's like, it's got like the features of where they need to be, but it's like I don't know, there's just some things that I would change. I would definitely change the torso. I would change the material. Maybe something a little more dull, because like if you Google her, if you Google Batgirl, you could see some really cool designs that they've had in the comics, what people have done, in cosplay and stuff like that. And to me, it's just, it never looked, I don't know, maybe like in the old, like having her like in old film TV shows and stuff where they had like shiny costumes. But to me, it's like, I don't know, it just looks cheesy, because they used to do shiny costumes for so long, like 60s and stuff, where you see them and it's like all shiny and it's like, I don't like it. To me, it's like, if they went with something a little more dull, something that wasn't shiny, it would just seem a little more Like I would take it more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
This just doesn't look. I don't know. It looks really weird.
I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. Manny Gomez, one of the lead interviewers and contributors here at LRM Online, had said that it was meant to look cheap because like she designs it or makes it herself in the comics. And I finally remembered to transition out of the little box to the big box. I don't know. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I tried to do that for the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which should just been called Resident Evil Raccoon City. Fucking Sony. I wanted to give their costume pictures the benefit of the doubt, but when the trailer hit, it looked just as cheap and bad. And now the idea that she made the costume and stuff, hey, that's valid points. Maybe it'll work out on screen and you're like, yeah, it looks ridiculous, but I buy it looking ridiculous. Right now there's no context, so I'm not, I can't be too judgy, but others definitely have been. People have been very vocal about it. This person tweeting out the puffy jacket, I'm going to bring up the image again, tweeting out the puffy jacket and then comparing some cosplay. Thank you. Some cosplay photos, and I mean, looking at this and the fact, you know, self-made. Hey, she used some tights. We saw like god awful Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies where he's, you know, looking through different types of unitards and snowsuits and things like that. She does leggings and then like a leather type jacket. That makes sense. This, if you're going for that whole made it themselves thing, is this a jumpsuit? Like this? I worked in construction for the military. Been on a dozen different military aircraft, seen air crew from the Navy and the Air Force, and I haven't seen this type of flight suit. So even the idea of she makes it herself from a flight suit instead of, you know, leather jacket and whatnot. I don't know, but I have a lot more concerns about this movie than the costume. You know, it's kind of weird that they're putting so much into this movie and it's coming out on a HBO Max.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's supposed to, according to, you remember a few weeks ago we were going through those rumors on like what the new Justice League would look like. It would be Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and Supergirl. All of that type of stuff is supposed to start in on an HBO Max movie instead of like the Flash.
Yeah.
You know, sure, maybe the beginning of it is Flashpoint, you know, messing with the timeline, but you're going to introduce this idea of Supergirl taking over. I don't know. It just seems like a lot to put on an HBO Max movie.
Yeah, it should be on the big screen. That'd be nice. Whatever.
And it makes me wonder if they don't have a lot of faith in it. Like it's, hey, if this, you know, soft beginning in the Flash works, hard beginning to our new timeline in Batgirl works, then we'll give it a theatrical thing and like Justice League, whatever. I don't know. Like I said, it seems weird, right?
It does. I don't like that.
If the idea is this is going to be your Bat character for the mainline DCEU, why is she on the small screen while Rob Pattinson's Batman is on the big screen?
They can both be on the big screen. Come on. It's
Could
sexist.
they? But legitimately, so Christine, gun to your head. You want to you've got the choice between sitting at home and watching this. Say they come out on the same day. They're not, but just pretend. You can sit at home and watch this, or you could go watch Pattinson. What are you doing?
But I like the theater experience.
Okay.
So I would want
They're both in the theaters. Which one are you seeing on opening night? They both open. Which one are you seeing?
On the same night? Oh, fuck. I don't know, because I want to see both.
Okay.
And it's,
okay. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't think you did.
I
don't.
I do, but like her outfit is like, it's really weird. So for me, it's kind of like, it's like that, where you take a step back, you're like, I don't know. Not a fan of the costume, but it's like, J.K. Simmons and Michael Keaton.
I know. But like I said, all of those rumors, and I don't want to go in depth with them, and the fact that people that I know that read comics thoroughly, like Brian over at AnimeVerse Reviews, not very enthused. There are few people that are super stoked. Some of them for various reasons, from the actress to the story arc to Michael Keaton. Like, yeah. I don't even know anyone that's all sold on multiple aspects of this movie, because like you pointed out, Simmons and Keaton. Is it more for them, or is it Batgirl?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's great to have them in there, but yeah, I do like the idea that it is centered toward her instead of it being Batman again. We've had Batman in the center of films, for so long. It's like, hey, let's do something different,
But it's another Bat character.
Still, it's not Batman taking the lead and holding everything. So that's why I was wanting to see it, because it was just like, finally. It's because Batman, Superman, and it's just like those characters.
But at the same time,
like,
they've got
doing this again.
regular Batman dangling off for others. That's why I was kind of bringing up that idea of self competition. I wonder because like I said, I don't have a real horse in the race. Like,
yeah,
I could not see either Bat film and probably not lose sleep. Like, I want to see the Pattinson film. I'm curious, mostly out of the Riddler stuff, what they're going to do with that character.
Yep.
But honestly, if I had to wait, I could, because I don't care about Bat characters.
That's okay. I'm interested.
That's
interested
good.
in both.
Glad. I'm glad. I hope it maintains your interest. And
yes.
Yeah, I do have to. That redhead thing is that like, is that Hollywood's weird thing? Are they hating on? Or I don't know, because if you make it a joke on redheads, doesn't that kind of make it a joke on all of the people of color that replace the redhead characters as well? Like, if it's an inside joke, like, I don't know. I feel like it could, because like you had said, people hate redheads. Like, yeah, that's a meme. That's a joke. Is that Hollywood saying something similar? Like, I don't know. It's very, very, very weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird how much it happens.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they kept the red hair. So, because it always seems like, dang, man, you took another character, and you're just like, you know what? You don't need that hair color. Let's just change everything about you. All of it gone. So like with this, it's like, okay, I'm cool with this.
Yeah. Like here's one of the like pictures of showing redhead characters switch, and like Christine pointed out, a few of them get to keep their red hair, which is good, which is great. But yeah, that's all I was wanting to point out is that meme of it. Let's go ahead and wrap up the show, guys. Thank you so much for listening or watching. If you listened on Spotify, Google, Apple, or anything, please give us a follow and leave thumbs up, stars, reviews, whatever you can leave on your favorite podcast app. All of the great shows like Breaking Geek Radio, the Cantina, Anime Versal, all that, and the Daily Cup of Genre available there and here on the GenreVerse GenreVerse podcast channel on YouTube, and then subscribe to that, guys, and so you never miss any shows. Keep an eye out over the next few months. You might see the Daily COG getting its own feed, its own podcast feed, separate from all the channels and all of our shows. All the shows will eventually get their own, and they'll all funnel back to the big GenreVerse pool, if you will, is kind of our intent. So yeah, keep an eye out for those changes, and then lrmonline.com, all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. GenreVerse.com as well. Everything's up there, and yeah, Christine, you want to say anything?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good. Good. All right, guys. Somewhere on here's my outro video. Right there it is. We'll hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Bye.